Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Moose Minute Project, and welcome. So glad to have you on board, and glad to have you listening to this man ramble on about things that come to mind. Truly appreciate everybody that watches. Appreciate the feedback. Titled just a lot of emotions. Head to the state tournament today. I'm looking forward to bowling in the state tournament in Wisconsin. I never have. I've never bowled in the Wisconsin state tournament. I've bowled in the Minnesota state tournament for the USBC tournament. Plus, I've bowled in district tournaments as a youth bowler. Never made it to the state level as a youth bowler. Still chasing that elusive 300 game. Never had one. Quite honestly, until a couple of weeks ago, 289 is now my high game. 279 was always there before. 279 up until, 2 years? Let's see, I had my stroke in 17, so I shot my first 279 in 18 when I decided I was going to try to come back to bowling. Had never shot a 279. And people are always amazed at that I have never shot a 300 with how many games I've thrown. The big part of it is always my mental game got in the way. Whether you get nervous, whether you get jittery. I will tell you that one advantage of having the stroke, cut part of that, emotion side. Ran the first 5 twice last night, or first 5. Felt really good throwing the ball. Had a great left a pocket 710 on one of them, which I threw really well, and nothing you can do about it when the 710 stands. And let one drift outside a little bit. It broke back hard. And left the 4-9. It just wasn't a good, so I left a split there and didn't pick it up either. Still shot 564 last night. I've switched a bowling ball that I'm really comfortable in, and that has made a huge difference working on my release as well. Just trying to do different things to make bowling better. Got some plans to help that for next season. We'll see where it goes. I like when I go to other houses. I've bowled other houses as well. I like going to Midway. They're wood lanes yet. I've shot 279s there, and I've shot 2700s there. It challenges you as a bowler. If you go to state, and I guess that's where college bowling and even bowling and growing up on wood lanes in Aiken, I owe a ton to Tom Bruss. I owe him a ton. He was my coach, mentor, somewhat overseer of me as I was growing up, because I lived at the bowling alley. That's where I lived. I loved it there. I loved bowling. For a while there, I was bowling 3 nights a week. Sometimes on weekends too. When I wasn't working in high school, if Mom had any question where I was, she would call the bowling alley, and Tom and Sherry would probably confirm I was there. That family means the world to me. My bowling family in Aiken means the world to me. John Woodrow, Bud Bruss, Tom Bruss, Sherry, Elaine, phenomenal. And that is where Mom was my cheerleader all through high school. This is where I'm struggling emotionally. I'm probably rolling the ball the best I have in my life. And my cheerleader is not at the bench behind where I stand. So, thank God she can look above me. And keep an eye over me, because I'll need it this weekend for sure. I bowled doubles with her a couple times. I bowled a couple leagues with her. Yeah, it's a lot of emotion this week. Was seeing pictures of her and her group of ladies that went to state bowling tournament, and always had a great time. From all the pictures I can tell, I don't know if they remember some of it, but they always had a great time. And it means a lot to go to state this year, after losing her in August. So we'll go from there and we'll see what happens. So more emotion coming out here now is for her second annual Marcy Strikes Out Alzheimer's Baker Shootout, November 8th of 2025 at the Phoenix Center. I sent an email to Tom Clark, the PBA commissioner. Just sent it out. I'm just that kind of person that'll send it. If I get no, I get no. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I move on. I was a salesperson for way too long. Still am now. So if somebody says no, okay. How can I make that no into a yes? Well, so I just sent the email, not thinking anything of it. I got an email back from the coordinator of the events or of donations. Tom Clark had sent her an email saying, hey, get in touch with this gentleman. So I got an email yesterday that said, Dear Chris, hey, Tom Clark sent me this email. Please give me a good shipping address. We are glad to make a donation to your mom's shootout. And it is going to be an autographed bowling pin by some of the top superstars in the tour currently. Which, as you guys know, last year I had EJ Tackett's signed jersey that went for $400. Couldn't be more proud. Well, Verity Crawley sent me autographed sports cards last year that went for money as well. Well, this year, Verity sent me a tour jersey that she wears, and it's autographed. And, of course, I haven't got the response. Natalie and EJ are quite busy, as you might figure. They're in Reno, bowling at the Reno, Nevada, the World Series of Bowling. And EJ is sitting in the number 2 spot again. He has made 7 straight shows. So needless to say, answering Chris Gerber and the response for November 8th is not top priority. And I get that. Totally understand. But it was awesome to know that the PBA commissioner took time to read my email. That to me is huge. But then actually to do something is it's so big to me. I hope that mom knows how many people were there or are there in support of her. The first annual, as people know, we raised $5,133 for Alzheimer's research. My goal this year is big. And if it's given me one thing, it's given me a drive and purpose. For a long time, I have struggled with what's my purpose? What is my purpose in life? What am I supposed to do? Just be a retail sales guy or what it may be. And this has given me that purpose. Mom gave me so many opportunities. I also earned them. I mean, I was working full time at 15, pretty much, whatever hours I could get, whatever I could do. Bought all my own bowling balls, bought my bowling shoes. I bought all of that on my own. Thanks to Tom, too, of allowing me to make payments, per se, on a lot of it. So I'm looking forward to this weekend to just reflect on my mom being part of mine. And she'll be with me. But I also got a new lane sponsor yesterday. So I'm down to one open lane left for a sponsorship. Honkers picked me up. Dan, a good friend of mine, and Mom loved to eat there and everything else. So Honkers is now a lane sponsor. I posted on my Facebook page yesterday all of the lane sponsors. I have promised up till November 8th, I'm going to be promoting here and there those companies that are standing behind my tournament and are part of my tournament. So I do that religiously. I feel it's very important. I know today donating to events and donating to all of this stuff is harder and harder, especially with all the uncertainty. I was part of that. People would come to me all the time for donations, or who I worked for donations. Jacob still gets them today. Yeah, money right now is hard to come by, and anybody that donates and willing to donate deserves a lot more credit today, because every business gets hit so hard for donations. So I understand if they say no, sorry, can't do it. Okay, I get it. But at least show up, for my event. Be part of that would be greatly appreciated. So if your business can't help, I get it. I totally understand. But right now I have 11 lane sponsors. I'm only doing 12. There's 12 lanes at Phoenix. I'm not going to be the type that doubles up. I just don't. I don't want to do that. I want to be the guy that is, if you sponsor a lane, your name is only going to get mentioned. And so the lane sponsorship, $200. I'm also doing 4 drink chips out of that 200 for the 4 people that'll be bowling on your lane. So, it's just a good way to raise money also for this event, but also to recognize the companies and businesses that want to stand part. And I appreciate every one of them. Without failure, I have had a blessed time. So the big items now for the auction then are going to be Shashan Smoke has a rocket stove for me. Kinetic Creations is going to have a $250 gift certificate. RLK Guide Service that we went through out of Upper Red has a $500 gift card, or a gift certificate there. The autographed bowling pin now by some of the top pros that are out on tour. Verity Crawley's jersey is autographed. It's hers, sent to me. I've got Wyatt Detweiler doing artwork for it. Roddy Dahl did a great painting for it. Trying to think of Storm is going to be sending me a bowling ball for it. Just blessed right now. I'm overly blessed by what all is on there. If you look at my mom's event, if you look up on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, Marcy Strikeout Alzheimer's, the 2nd annual, you would see all of the sponsors. You would also see all of the items that will be available, not just for bowlers. You don't have to bowl in this tournament to come and bid on the items that are there. You can just come into the bowling alley that day on the 8th of November and be part of the 50-50 raffles, the bowling ball raffle, all the silent auction items, the basket raffles, all that stuff. You can do that. I am just trying to make this huge. I'm trying to make this event, and it's already seeming to going to go bigger than it was last year. And I cannot thank Greg and Amy Shep at the Phoenix Center enough. I cannot thank my family that shows up and works this event. It's a lot. It's very overwhelming for them as my family, because none of them were bowlers. Running the tournament to me was easy, but I needed all the help from them, selling tickets to selling and just keeping track of things. And I can't thank them enough. So I'm already way ahead of where I was last year. because I have still 8 months. Well, going to be 7 months soon. It's crazy. It's only 7 months away. And they're like, Chris, it's 7 months. Yeah, but it goes fast. And especially when I'm dealing with companies that need 6 months to 7 months lead time to tell me if they will sponsor or help. Blackstone, the griddle company, they are looking at doing something, but I probably won't hear till September. Quick Trip Corporation, same thing, won't hear until later on. It's just those things. So I don't know, some of these bigger things could come through later. So, but I just wanted to be today, just to sit back and share my emotions. And it's pretty raw today, which happens with this. But yeah, that's where we're at. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for being part of it. Like I said, I'm missing Mom a whole lot. And need this time to go away to state bowling and be remembering of her and her friends. So that's where we're at. Have a great day. And as always, take time to bless somebody, or be part of a project or do something along the lines, to help somebody. So there we are. I will be back Monday morning with another Moose Minute project. However, I may go live at the state tournament as well. So we'll go from there. If not, I will talk to you Monday morning. Have a great day. And as always, take time to bless somebody.